Hey there, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your Mutt team. Enjoy the show. Today we are back to talk about the best team no money can buy. I am very excited about where this team has gone and what we've been able to do in Weekend League, going without spending any money so far this year, except on purchasing the game, of course. We're just making little improvements every once in a while and letting our coins grow. Still need to open up the solo battle rewards today and start getting some of that stuff sold off. So just at 500,000 and growing from here. But looking at the offensive line, we stayed steady with the two tackles, Lane Johnson and Trent Williams. I love their athleticism. Their blocking, I believe, as well as anyone without abilities potentially could at those positions. When we start getting the 91, 92 overall right and left tackle, I'll definitely need to invest in them and be able to do a little bit more of a hockey style type of offense, swapping players in and out. But at guard, we still have Bruce Matthews, Larry Allen, Brandon Scraff behind them. At center, we have John Sullivan now as a backup. And at center, we now have Kevin Mawai as our starter there. I believe he is the player that I'll have at this position for the next few months. So just making an investment on him and picking up his pieces as I was able to is just kind of what I did and was able to get him fairly inexpensively. So just was a tremendous deal just getting those for training cost and getting a great center. My run blocking for zones has gotten even better with this man, Bruce Matthews, and Larry Allen pushing in the middle. At tight end, we've stayed steady as well. Love these guys as blockers. And without the promo coming out, really have not seen anybody that I would want to have instead of who I do have at this point. For wide receiver, I have just been pretty much picking up the Redskins as they have came out. It's kind of weird that last year there was absolutely no one except for Doxson, who didn't even make the team this year for wide receivers, even through the Team Builders promo for the Redskins last year. You could have Pierre Garcon or Deshaun Jackson, but they didn't have a power up. Pierre Garcon all year. So very excited those players are in the game. Pierre Garcon, you can even swap over to the Redskins at this point. But for Torrey Holt, the only thing that's really changed for him is that he now has abilities on him that do make him a little bit more dynamic. We'll be going into those a little bit more later. But have been focusing on him and slot specialists and just trying to get him to be the best player that he can be. I have some guys who can run streaks, crossers, but he can run those corners and post and really make my team a lot better. And Tyreek Hill, who is out for a couple of weeks, so sadly he'll probably not be getting an upgrade soon. Just has that speedster on the outside. He probably scores more touchdowns than any of the rest of my wide receivers just because he has that speed and just simply has ability to get around people. Also not a bad blocker either. Talking more about those superstar abilities. I have Clinton Portis now activated with Marcus Allen as well. So I have two running backs and a wide receiver as my specialty players. I did have or do have Mahomes. Probably should do something with this card, especially since I can sell it. That is something that happily slipped my mind. But with this Vic coming out, the price on quarterbacks have dropped, but price on all cards will continue to drop. So just need to be mindful of that and potentially get rid of him. But not 100% sold on this Michael Vick, who we are not able to get those abilities on as they changed the rules kind of halfway through the game. But that is a little bit of a sad deal. But this Michael Vick is still winning me weekend league games. He is someone that can add that extra something to your team He is a lot less expensive than purchasing and powering up the Steve Young, but that Steve Young definitely would be doing me a little bit better. Having a left-hand quarterback and investing that much, Steve Young wise, does hurt a little bit for me. So I still have not made that plunge, but running Mahomes and Vic together is tremendous. If you can remember which direction you need to be moving the guy at last second to kind of make it a little bit better of a pass, just with left-hand quarterbacks, if you're sprinting to the right, you need to make sure you're able to set your feet, get going in the other direction before you get the pass off at least a little bit. And a couple times I have not done that, so that does hurt a little bit. Do have this Todd Gurley here. Do like him quite a bit. I was going to power down Bo Jackson, but still have him at that 89 version. He is a tremendous running back as well and fits in very well as my power back. And at fullback, last but not least, do have this Patrick Ricard powered all the way up. When I do go into I formation, which I do frequently, if the defense allows, with this Marcus Allen and Clinton Portis, he comes in and just adds that something to my team. This use check as he gets power ups throughout the year is a tremendous blocker, and you can pass to him, and he can definitely do more than Ricard can. But Ricard is just like another offensive lineman. Had Devlin for quite a while last year because he could do just that, and finished up the year with Loretta. On the defensive side of the ball, I did try to make some adjustments so Shazier would show up, but we can't go straight to the defense this year, so did have a little bit of an issue with the visual. But besides that, very excited what this defense has allowed me to do. Again, have not made an abundance of changes here. I'm just waiting for this Pat Tillman, who is 82 overall as a free safety, to continue to grow. He is 85 as a strong safety. Um, don't really have any free safeties on my team at this point. Was a little bit underwhelmed with the Brian Dawkins, and with him being an Eagle, not the NFC East team. I was really wanting to see a free safety come out for. I have not went out and gotten him, but I do love how this Mel Blount has been playing here. Was playing him there earlier on in the year. Did power him or got his legend card, and then started playing him at cornerback. But I wanted to switch things up a little bit and play Ken Houston as one of my linebackers in nickel and dime formations. So he is doing that, and do have Amos and Mel Blount back as my safeties when I do that. Shazier's back, thankfully. But Von Miller is the addition that I am most happy with at this point. Obviously, I do not have his best card quite yet, but have gotten his elite and power up to this point, and he is helping out immensely in my 3-4 run defense. He has that speed and just block shed and ability to get after the passer if they do run those formations as well. And having him and LT on the outside help out immensely. I almost always run at least 5, if not 6. Even when I run pinch buck, I do usually drop back that linebacker to help with some of those things. And since Vic is out there sometimes as a QB spy as well. One more player at linebacker, I guess I have gotten, and I'm hoping for another power up, potentially with some movers recently, Antonio Brown and Jadeveon Clowney. They might do something that mid-season, which would be a little bit different and random, but this Clowney is going to help out immensely in the pass and rush game, and just run a lot of linebackers, round 1 or 2 defensive linemen that are larger, and do a really good job of shutting down the run with those guys, like I did last year. But the run game is a little bit different, so that will change a little bit as the year goes on. This Marcus Lattimore, I have gotten upgraded all the way now with his power up. His speed allows me to put him on the outside and play Gilmore in. Do change things up a little bit when we go to nickel and dime. Have Amos off the field. Sometimes play him at free safety and put Blount down with Slay or Marcus Lattimore. Gilmore's speed is to the point where he may be starting to work his way off the team. He is an immense talent, especially with that man coverage, but just simply cannot get it done with that 85 speed for very much longer. Special teams has not changed at all, but just been focusing on kind of the offense and defense and filling in some holes. And just hovering around that 88 right now. Haven't really made the upgrades to get closer to 89, but have added some talent to the team, but doesn't necessarily reflect in the overall. Let me know how your no money spent or money spent team is growing this year. Very excited about how mine has been playing. We'll be talking about how I have been able to put this team together and what I've been doing throughout the years so far. So, very excited to bring that to you as well. Wish you all the best and take care. Thank you for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back for more Madden knowledge. There will be consistent videos up every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage and hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care and much love, everybody.